James back with 360 and back. And in today's quick iGuide tutorial, I'm just going to briefly go over the edit view page in your iGuide 360 tour. If you're familiar with the iGuide knowledge base, you'll just type in iGuide portal edit view page definitions. This will give you a brief overview on all the definitions and what every option does on this page. If you're not familiar with the iGuide knowledge base, I made a video on it, and I would recommend just to go back and just take a quick watch on it. Okay, so once you've logged into your iGuide account, what you're going to do is just select this blue edit button here in the middle. And you can be brought up with a bunch of different options. So here it kind of gives you a lot of control and access to your tour. You'll see these little black question marks. You can go and select any of these at any time, and it gives you a definition about this little section. So for instance, on the title, this will just tell you that set the view title when empty, it defaults to the property address. So you can label this anything that you want. You're also prompted with a previous, next, and end tour. What this will do is actually take you from step to step so you understand everything that's going on. So if I click next, it's going to take you to the expiration date. Okay. You can simply end the tour anytime just by clicking end tour. So quickly going over this, again, we got the title right here. We can change this to anything we want. Expiration date is set standard for about a year out. Your starting options. This is the most common one that realtors might want to change. So most of the time I just leave mine on the default view because I like the viewers to be able to have total control. However, you can swap to anything that you want. So you can do a 3D tour minimized floor plan. You can do a 3D tour autoplay, photo grids, photo slideshow. You can do the video, video autoplay, then 3D tour, autoplay, then 3D tour, autoplay. You have just a whole bunch of different options that you can select. For me and most of the viewers that I know, they just like this simple system default. Here in the unit section, it's automatically going to be put in imperial. However, if you want to select metric, then you can do that. I would highly recommend that you make sure you put disclaimers everywhere that everything is a metric. The compass angle is just going to tell you the heading that it's going to be in. So I wouldn't really recommend changing that, but if you want to, you totally can. The viewer version, you just want to keep this on system default. Property description. This is going to be the same description that you're going to have on MLS. So you just basically just copy and paste it right into here, and it's going to have that as a property description. When you go into the iGuide tour, where the floor plans are located, the property description is going to be right above that. Right below there, you have your embedded videos. You have your branded link videos and your unbranded videos. Below that is your protection options. So you can protect it with a password to make sure that only people that you want to see sees it. So in options, you have a few that you can see here and select. The first one is hide the on-screen measure feature. So this allows you to hide the little ruler down here, which will allow you to measure certain walls in certain areas of the property. You can hide the map. So if you want to hide this permanently, you can do that by clicking here. You can hide the map on the unbranded only. So basically on the unbranded tours, you can just hide the floor plans. Show panel branding image in unbranded tour. You can select that. I normally keep the disabled 3D autoplay off just because I want people to be able to take the tour themselves. Some people do like the autoplay, so I mean, it's really up to you. You can also mute autoplay / slideshow music by default. Show help message on start, which sometimes is not a bad thing to do, especially when someone sees like a new 360 tour. It'll give them just a quick rundown on how to use it. Disable the VR if available. Disabled advanced measurements if available. Force branded iGuide only. Disable tag list. Zoom floor plans to panos. show initial banner dropped animation. So you have complete customability on all these. If we go down a little bit more, this is where we can do some additional editing. So if you read this information bar, it says elements shown in red are disabled. Double click on the panel, green or red, to enable or disable it. What it's basically saying is that, say that I don't want to go to a certain area. So for instance, let's go into the laundry room here. What we're looking at, by the way, is not a standard floor plan. This is just a Radix version. What you would use like in a construction style type. Anyways, so as you can see, we have a panel right here. So say that I did not want our viewer to go to this panel right here. So in order to disable it, you would just double click it. And it says now this panel will not be shown. So now we go back over. And this panorama will not be shown. The only reason it's shown right now is just because we're in the editing version. So say that you select this by mistake, you just double click it again, and then you're totally fine. You can go back to it. This panel will be back on there. You can do other stuff like move labels around. You can change the room names in here. And you can change like the initial angle view. So say for instance, you go back, and this is a good idea. So when we first came here, it was like here, right? So say that we don't want to do it. We want to do an angle right here. What we're going to do is just set initial angle, just like that. Now it's set. So when we come back here, we should be facing the door. Now, when we go back to this back door here, when we select on here, it's showing us the back door. So say we don't want to see the back door. Say we want it to face back inward like this. So you're going to click and drag, and you're going to set your angle to wherever you would like to be. So right here is pleasing. I'm going to set the initial angle right here in the top right-hand corner, the blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this set initial angle again. This is right here in the top corner. Just hit set. And you can see a little black thing that says set. So now if we go back to this panel, it should be facing the door the way we want it to be. And there it is. It's facing the door. Now if we click again on this panel, now we're facing this way. Now, here is a little bit of a confusing side for some people, is when you're doing your tour walkthrough, just because you set the initial angle is not going to be the angle when someone's actually just clicking around. This only works when someone jumps to a certain area. So for instance, remember how when we come over here, we're facing the back door. If we go now, what's going to happen is we're going to be facing this door, this side door. Now, the reason for this is just because the tour is taking you as if you were actually walking. Okay. So again, we're going to walk, and we'll notice we're facing this door again. Not the initial views that we set. This is not any kind of design flaw or anything else. It's just the way that you would normally walk to the house. If you were walking this way from the back door to the side door, you'll be facing the side door. Same thing here. We'll just click. That's just the way that we're going to be faced. That is all the basic options that we have right here. Anything that you do, you always want to make sure that you hit this little blue save button. That way it saves the tour the way that you've designed it. And that is it. So if you have any questions or comments, please send me an email. I hope this helps answer some of the questions. And in some of the other areas, we're going to go a little bit more in depth on how to do certain things. Thank you.